Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we'll be learning WH questions. That what are WH questions and how can we ask these WH questions in when we speak in our own language, so we don't care about these all words, but when we start speaking English, so that time it's quite necessary to apply the rules of English language. And uh, you can see something on the screen that well these are WH questions which are written here. Who, where, why, how. Okay, you can read about all these things, but it is in my duty to teach you that where do we use all these WH questions. So who is used or asked when you are asking about a person, so that time who will be used, and where will be showing the place when the place is missing in a sentence, why will be showing the reason in a sentence, in a question, and how will show the manners, when will ask about the time, what will ask about a thing, means a noun about a thing, fine, and which will be used for choice if you are that well choosing anything, so when you can use a question which, and whose when you are asking or asking about position of something, so that time whose will be asked, and whom asking about an object of a verb. Okay, I will clear all these points when I will teach you all these words. Okay, what kind, what kind is actually asking about a description of anything. What time is asking about an exact time. How many and how much, these are two confusing words, but how much and how many both are that well used for what, both are used for quantity. But when you are using the word how many, so it means for countable nouns. So that time you can use the word how many. And if you're using how much, so it means for uncountable noun. Okay, I will clear all these points. I hope that well this time these are confusing you, but we will use these all words. How long will be used for duration of time, duration of length. So that time we will use the word how long. And where we use how often, man, most of you call this word, how often. Up to you that which one is easy, but how often is also a pronunciation that most of the people are confused that how can we pronounce these words. So how often or how often, this is used for frequency. And how far is using about distance of anything, and how old asking about an age. So now let's start the session of learning WH questions. The very first question is here on the screen that what this is or what is this. If I ask you that which question is right from these two, अगर मैं पूछूं कि इन दोनों में से कौन सा सवाल सही है, तो आप लोग को क्या जवाब होना चाहिए? That what this is or what is this? Okay, so this is one of the biggest mistakes when we start speaking English. So the time we don't care about this word, what is this or what this is. In speaking, each and everything is allowed, but in writing, if you're placing some words, if you're placing the sentences, so that time you have to be cautious for the rules and regulation of structures. If you're not conscious about these all rules, so it means that you are making biggest blunders. ओके, तो ये सवाल हमारे पास है, व्हाट दिस इज सही है या व्हाट इज दिस सही है, आज हम इसी को सीखेंगे. So we've got a very good formula. If you apply this formula for all WH questions, I hope that you will never make mistakes, and it will be quite easy for you to speak English. So when you are using general formula of WH, so WH demands that you can use WH questions in the beginning of the sentence, and after that you must use any helping verbs, modal verbs. If you're using WH question with helping verbs and then subject, so it means you are following the rules of WH questions and verb and noun. But most of us make this mistake. As I show you this question to show what this is, you can see what this is means subject, sorry, after WH question you are using this. So this is actually a subject here. So that's why this question is wrong. So what is the right sentence? What is this? Because we are applying this formula, general formula, what, and then uh, helping verbs, and then subject, verb, noun. It is a general formula. You will have to keep this formula in your mind. I hope that you will keep it and start speaking good English from today. यहाँ पर हमारे पास जो सवाल है हाउ टू आस्क क्वेश्चंस, तो यहाँ पर जो अगर आप देखें सबसे पहले तो आपका जुमला पॉजिटिव होना चाहिए। इसे मैंने एक जुमला लिखा है दिस इज अ क्लास, तो ये मेरे पास एक पॉजिटिव जुमला है। इफ यू वांट टू कन्वर्ट द सेंटेंस इनटू इंटरोगेटिव, what is the interrogative form of this? You can say, is this a class? Is this a class? तो अब आपने देखा कि आपका जुमला इंटरोगेटिव बन गया है, is this a class? And you will reply in yes, no. Yes, it is a class. This is a class, or no, this is not a class. ठीक है? तो जब आपका सवाल इंटरोगेटिव है, तो आप उसको इजी वे में ले सकते हैं WH क्वेश्चंस में।